Okay, in today's video, I'm going to walk you through from the very start to the very finish. What is it that you have to do to actually get submitted by us over to roles on Paraform. And this goes for not only the product manager roles, but also the forward deployed engineering roles and all the other roles that we'll be recruiting for on the platform. So for starters here, you should have access to this doc. I'm trying to figure out where to put my face. I'm just going to put my face right here. So for starters, you want to subscribe to the Paraform referral link. Here. It's actually going to pop open, and then all we need you to do is add your email and add your LinkedIn profile. That's the first step. The second step here is if you are not a part of the Tech Careers program just yet, we need you to subscribe to the Zero to Hero WAP, which is actually right here. And then the other one for forward deployed engineers is basically here. You guys can go out there and do either one. If you are already a part of either the AI product management, forward deployed engineering, or growth monetization program, you do not need to and should not subscribe to the Zero to Hero. I'm going to go out there and tell you guys why. Because already I'm going to have some people thinking to themselves, well, what's the benefits of being a part of the Tech Careers program? I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys this. There's a few reasons why we are doing this. Number one, if we don't have the internal talent pool, then we are going to go ahead and obviously open it up to other people. That's for starters. Number two, companies aren't just recruiting for AI product managers and forward deployed engineers. It is very true that a sizable portion of these hirings are product and forward deployed engineering, but there are also a lot of other roles that they hire beyond that, like a CFO, a COO. There's other people where, like investor relations, all they do is just manage investor expectations. There are so many other roles, and of course we want to open it up. We have other communities that are going to be coming soon. We help people transition into product management and forward deployed engineering and growth roles. And there are training programs for that. That's on the training side. However, companies don't just hire for those roles. We are going to be opening it up to everybody. The other thing that I also want to stress is that sometimes in order to hire for their next product manager or forward deployed engineers, they need to hire that person that is going to be able to get them more investors. They need to hire this other growth marketing person, or they need to hire, another, like a sales manager. Whatever it is, every company has different hiring priorities, so we're going to be opening it up to other people. Those are roles that we don't train for, but there's no reason for us not to throw it out into the marketplace. The last and final reason is that companies are operating at a global scale right now. So predominantly our folks are out here in the US, but there are, as you guys already know, in the business, crazy business that we are in, teams are everywhere. If they need somebody that speaks French or they need somebody that's in France, we're just going to throw it out there. So there's a lot of roles. We have all these positions all sourced up. But for starters, because we need to create some type of instructional video, this is actually the last thoughts. Expect things to go out there and change fast, frequent, and often with updates and with changes. For right now, we're throwing it out there and we're kind of building up our own talent pool and talent pipeline. Next off is you want to go ahead and optimize your resume. We've included some instructions here to optimize your resume, and this is for the product roles. We'll actually be including some instructions on how to optimize your resume for forward deploy FDE roles and other roles in a little bit. And we need you to also go out there and optimize these LinkedIn profiles. And I'll go out there and tell you guys exactly, like, we can't submit you otherwise. We just cannot. DM us your resume, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly why this is so important. You want to DM us your resume on WAP. I didn't come up with that name WAP either. Once we have your resume, we can generate something called a tier rating for you. Candidates are automatically grouped into S tier, A tier, C tier, A tier, C tier, B tier, A tier, C tier. S tier is the highest. If you notice in the referral link, this is something that's very important. In the referral link, it only asks for your name and it only asks for your LinkedIn profile. We actually don't have your resume. If we don't have your resume in our, I don't know why, hey, don't kill me. I don't know why in the form there wasn't a slot to attach a resume. I imagine that feature is going to come very, very soon. But like why there wasn't a feature to just upload your resume as a PDF, because as a business right now, it is very tedious for us to go through and collect this manually. Trust me, it pains you, it annoys you, it does pain us, because time kills deals. Having said that, the next thing that you want to do is you want to go ahead and check the Airtable, which we have the roles listed out here. And then you also want to check the WAP channels daily, because we also need to ask y'all some questions, which is actually why I'm telling you guys to show up to the live submission calls as often as you guys can. Refer your friends. There's a lot of money to be made here. If you're not a good fit or you see another role where your friend is a better fit, let us know so we can go ahead and actually take care of you. In terms of what that is, well, we have to let you know. Like if we don't know that person even came from you, we have your information and we have your friend's information. We actually cannot help you out. And just as I'm doing this right now, I'm realizing you guys don't have the referral link. Duh, hang on. This is actually why I'm doing this. So you have the referral link here, but you got to show up to the live submission calls, and I'll tell you guys exactly why. There are questions. The biggest challenge that companies are trying to solve right now is filtering, because there's just so much slop candidacy out there. There are going to be questions, and some of it's going to be generated by AI, just unique to your background, such as work gaps. We submitted somebody recently, and they have largely, that comes from largely a contracting and temp background. The company actually asked because other people that we submitted to that company were not asked this questions, why have you changed roles on average every 14 to 16 months? If we don't have an answer, we not only will not send it, we actually cannot send it. We cannot send it. So we can't even grab the money out there, even if we wanted to. We cannot. So there are candidate and background specific questions. Other things here is rejection reason. This is something that we're going to go out there and work to overturn, but we actually have done so successfully in the past, which is recent profile is from a big co-enterprise PM. AI build this Jira ticket ops automation, not self-built product prototyping. Turns out this person has a bunch of stuff on Replit and Lovable, and this is actually why it's very important for you to have we cannot help you if you do not help yourself. You need to have on your resume here, you very, 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 very much need to go out there and attach your portfolio link. I think we have it somewhere under, like attach your YouTube, your portfolio website handle, your IG handle, all that shit matters. All of that shit matters. So if we don't know it, we not only cannot do it, not only will not do it, we actually cannot do it. Something else that's a hot tip is develop your YouTube and your blog portfolio. Like, develop that thing, because people really want to see that. It's offering them proof beyond a reasonable doubt that you are who it is that you say you are. Next off, we need a 140 character max one-liner about you. We need a portfolio link. They're asking for it. One of the biggest difference makers is listed as optional, but really is mandatory, because we're noticing a huge difference. It's becoming clear to us that candidates across all roles that have a public-facing portfolio link are doing better than the people that don't, which is why companies are asking for it. There you go. Just voice prompted that. There's a score and a rating. So if something's not true or we don't have it, we can rectify it. There are additional candidate questions. And you see here, this was something that was generated off of somebody's background. Turns out that person didn't even need an H-1B. That person was actually a U.S. citizen. But there are questions that they're going to be asking you. Some of it are going to be standard questions. Some of them are going to be candidate and background specific questions, which is why you need to be on the call. Otherwise, we cannot hit the go button. Then there's going to be some questions about additional info. And then more importantly, at the very bottom is anything else we should know in attachments. At the bottom, there are something called clips and other thing that we should know if you really stand out, such as you've actually built out that platform. You've actually worked with the QA team in France before. Whatever it is to get it down as specific as possible, we are here for y'all. Another thing here is don't give up. Something that we've actually done for people in our program has also been to overturn, like this person right here, they're like, yo, it's important. But this is not paraform. This is actually a direct application that they made outside. Is, follow is like, I started this for past few weeks as Rich Chen has suggested. Now, one more example why we need to follow up if we see a good match and interview is really good. Turns out this person's like, we mistakenly sent you a correspondence. I know everybody's really burnt out right now. The process is frustrating for you. Trust me, the process is frustrating for hiring too. I don't know anybody that's like just all smiles, sunshine, and rainbows. I really want to encourage you, hang in there, don't give up, because let's face it, like, things have changed, but we got to work through it, okay? Difference makers, I would tell y'all there are two difference makers right now. Having a public-facing portfolio on YouTube, hackathons, okay, hosting hackathons, and like this person here, we were able to help a transition over there at Amazon. Portfolios have been the biggest difference makers. The two biggest difference makers so far have been public-facing portfolios such as YouTube videos, webinars, blogs, short videos, and the Claude Certified Architect Foundations. Conveniently, they're both a part of our program. They're all a part of our program. You need to actually you don't need to have it. That's actually where I get a lot of people. Certified Architect Foundations. You don't actually need to have it, because people always ask me that, but here's just what I'm going to say to you politely. If somebody else that you're interviewing for has those skills, who are you going to move forward with? And whatever it is that you don't do, well, how many people do you think coming out of our program will do? Which really brings me to the last and final part of this, the last two parts. Staying motivated and having fun throughout the entire process. The biggest challenge that hiring teams are facing right now in tech is that there's too many candidates. Everybody's resume is looking the same. Everybody's LinkedIn profile is looking the same. And this gives you a real good indication of where the market's going. This is actually Alex Lieberman from Morning Brew. And he says, I need to hire 100 people in the next 12 months. 4 deployed engineers, AI strategists, something called a full stack creator, 1/3 building with AI, 1/3 creating content about AI, 1/3 AI educator, engineering creator, 1/3 engineer, 1/3 content creator, 1/3 AI educator, engineering creator, or content engineer, right? And this is actually a very, very, very big role. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. For starters, there's too much of the same. So anybody that stands out, they're definitely going to get picked, at least for the first round, over you. Like, you got to stand out in this marketplace. The second thing here is, well, if you want to stand out in this marketplace, you have to be different. What we get a lot from people that are like, well, okay, your friend can start a program. I mean, if your friend actually has, because now's the best time to get into career coaching. I could tell you that is a fact. Why do they have a job? Why did they get into doing this? What would they do if they lost their job tomorrow? At the end of the day, most people don't want to do it because they feel uncomfortable. And I'm going to encourage you guys to go out there and feel a little bit more, be a little bit more okay about feeling uncomfortable. Okay, because this guy here actually really highlights the problem in its entirety. He's like, yesterday I posted up for jobs and 3,000 applicants came through. Okay, and he says 90% of them were complete garbage. And I've actually never seen somebody swear, but this just highlights the frustration. He's like, it's fucking with the company's ability to find legit applicants. In product management, in forward deployed engineering, we often use terms and phrases like, being customer centric, user focused, customer obsessed. We gotta actually fucking stand by those fucking words. It's not just taglines, because the people that's just saying that shit, unfortunately, you're not gonna be getting the best jobs. And it's exactly, these are the types of problems that, Paraform as a hiring platform is aiming to solve. They've done $100 million in annualized revenue helping companies solve the biggest problem, which is finding decent talent. They've also paid out $72 million in total recruiter earnings, which is why refer your friends with us so we know who you are. Refer them first, because just refer them, because you want to refer your friends. You want to refer your friends before other people refer your friends, or your friends refer yourself. So other things that I want to talk about is resilience matters. This is the Netflix mafia, which is they are a team of former Netflix recruiters that are the top recruiting and hiring talent, like talent hirers in the marketplace. And now they're building teams at like OpenAI, Anthropic, Cursor, Meta, Airbnb, Reddit. I think maybe you've heard of some of these companies before. And I'm going to tell you guys this right now, because sometimes I feel like we're doing a bunch of work and I don't even know why we're doing it. You got to want to do hard things, because companies aren't looking to hire anymore for individual contributors. They're looking to hire mafia members. They're looking to hire future unicorn startup founders. So, don't think you're getting a job. A company, when they're looking at you, they are thinking whether or not you are somebody they can invest in that's going to start their own company someday. Because that's just how this game works. You make money, you deploy it, you make money, you deploy it, and you make money and you deploy it, because all of these companies have a shelf life before the competition is just going to go ahead and catch up to them. Brex has their own mafia. Vanta has their own mafia. And they just keep on investing in that next line. Palantir has their own mafia. It is not a coincidence that 335 Palantir alumni have started their own companies as of 2026. Some of the most exciting acquisitions and IPOs are coming out of Palantir. And it's largely because companies right now are just Brex right now just puts it out there very publicly. Over 100 Brex alumni have gone on to launch their own companies, and 4 times more the industry average. This is now a flex point for hiring, which is how many founders, because they're not coming out starting their own shops and not having anything to do with the parent company anymore. These are companies, generally speaking, invested, backed up, and supported by these organizations. In fact, Paraform as a platform, their investors include Scale, I don't even know how to say that, A** Capital. But some of the people that we actually do know is the CTO from Palantir, co-founders of Canva, YouTube, CEO of Stripe, president of Shopify, the chief product officer over there at Uber. It is a very, very legit group of investors that they actually have. And it's just another example of one group funding the next wave in the next generation, and another group funding the next wave in the next generation, and on and on and on it goes. So if you're feeling like you're a little bit over it, I won't shame you or diminish it or provide any types of words to negate how it is that you feel. Shit, there are probably more days than you'd realize that I feel that way. But are you ready to break into the best companies, work with the best people, work on the best products, and then finally do something about your life? Or if you're just going to be another person that's just complaining, you're just going to constantly be stuck on these bullshit jobs, and you're just going to be back on the job hunt over and over and over again, which is something that I just know most of you don't want. So we should all just go ahead and level up, whether you're in my program or outside of the program. Just know this, there's a lot of companies right now that are doing very well, and they're looking to hire the best people. And that doesn't always come out to best skills. It just comes out to people that have a better mindset. That's 100% in your control. If you don't know how to use Claude Code 2.0, or you don't have a Claude Certified Architect Foundations because of lack of technical skills, or you're a highly technical engineer but you lack the soft skills, those are things that you can train up. And those things take time. But your mindset, that's 100% your choice right now. Lastly, create content. Content. This, marketing engineer, somebody that can actually go out there and create content, educate AI, like that is a very real job right now, and they're paying some serious rates, which is why we're opening up these roles, not just to the people in our community, but the people outside of our community. Because here's the thing, in the last 6 months, we've seen more different types of jobs appear that did not really exist, or like 6 months ago or a year ago, not that many people cared about FDE. Even though the role's been around since 2010, now it's blowing up. And all these other roles are blowing up. And you may want to go ahead and take advantage of those types of roles. Like this one, Anthropic is paying $400K for an events lead. This is a $400,000 role just to host events. It's crazy. I have tons of other like references like this. The long and short of it is there's a lot more to be excited about than you actually realize. If you're not a part of our program yet, or you'd like to refer one of your friends, by all means let us know. That's what we do on helping people upskill and on the training side. But definitely start showing up to the live submission calls. We will have a lot more roles beyond just product management and forward deployed engineering to go out there and show. The market has actually never been hotter. Please get in touch with my team if you have not already. And like, let's just get you submitted. Let's get you prepped for interviews. And most importantly, we need portfolios. Portfolios are going to make the biggest difference. We've already proven that before, time and time and time and time again. When our people are showing up to the interview with their portfolios, like multiple offers with YouTube, multiple offers with hackathons, when they're seeing the content that's out there, they're like, holy smokes, let's get it. How many people are showing up? What's your target audience looking like? There are so many things that we can go out there and do right now. Talk to y'all very, very, very soon. Don't forget to show up to the live submission calls. And if you're watching this video right now, should be on WAP. This Notion doc is in the description. If you guys can't access it for any reason at all, please go ahead and contact me.